What's up? I totally don't feel like even fucking doing this kind of. I just want to break someone's fucking face at this point. But here we are for the fucking review of shit for no reason. I can't tell you like how fucking shitty of a fucking last couple days I've had. And this just pisses me off even more. Something is fucked up today. The internet is fucked everywhere. The internet is fucked. These outages have been all over the world. And everybody's been reporting this shit happening. And this is what's been going on. And now I gotta go shut this fucking other stream down. So this has been going on all day. So we pretty much thought this was gonna happen because of you know, let me get this microphone out of my face since it doesn't really work. We pretty much knew this was gonna happen because of what's going on all over the world. Hey, no death. Hey, thank you, Null Death. Null Death dropping in a $9 super chat. I appreciate that, Null Death. If you guys donate either way, I'll still get the donations. You won't see the alerts, but I'll still get them. So if you do want to donate still, that will still work. I appreciate that. Just so enraging tonight. What's going on here with the internet. I watched all day people having trouble. Justin Bailey was unable to stream earlier. A couple of my other friends were unable to stream earlier. And these are people that are all over the United States in different areas. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. But clearly something is fucked. So I'm just sitting here on my phone. You can't tether my phone because tethering it's not enough power to broadcast on the computer. So it just makes more sense to go live from the phone. So shout out to D Wells for that donation, man. What's up, D Wells? Thank you. Or was that Null Death? I'm sorry. Why am I thinking about D Wells? Because someone just mentioned D Wells. Null Death said, I usually don't like tape. I hate tape shows, but seeing Pete Dunne was awesome. Yeah, Null Death. Pete Dunne was pretty cool. And that was the only thing I really liked about Raw, for the most part, was seeing Pete Dunne. But yeah, I mean, I can see everything because the internet works. It just doesn't. It's not broadcastable right now. I don't know. It's weird. I can play Diablo. I can go online and I can play Diablo. I can go online. I can play a video game, but I can't broadcast, and that has to do with the download drop or whatever. The upload speeds are what are being affected, which is what you need to stream. So that's the problem. I would probably give Monday Night Raw a 3 out of 10 tonight myself as well, because it just wasn't, it was blah. It was shitty. The crowd is quiet because of the way they booed it. Hey, what's up? Shell, what's up, Shell? Shell's dropping a $25 super chat. She said, love you, Joe, hang in there. Hey, what's up to all the sexy people in the chat? Yeah, take your pants off tonight. I feel like WWE edited Curtis Axel chant. I don't know, maybe. They had plenty of time to edit lots of things, no doubt. It sounded to me like the, you know, one of the things is, I don't know. I think it's because of the way things are going with the show. I think it's because the fact that the arena sits so far away from the ring in the UK that a lot of that noise gets lost because they really only mic based on the cameras and the pole sometimes. Sometimes right around like that corner, like right on the bottom there's a mic, and sometimes on the posts too. but a lot of times it's just the camera, and then that like pole that's up near the camera on the hard cam side. So I can't fucking believe that they took the belts off of the Shield. I don't really. That was completely bizarre. This show was terrible. Was not very good. And I gotta apologize. I'm all flustered all over the place because of the internet being down. I've been scrambling trying to figure out what to do. I've called Comcast, but there's nothing they can do because they just say there's just a message if you call Comcast that says, "We know about the problems they're experiencing all over the country right now." But if you look at Comcast's Twitter account says 5 hours ago says everything should be up and running, guys. That's what it says on their fucking Comcast site. It says everything should be up and running. Like, what the hell are they talking about? And so that's a mess. Just got one from Alabama. Why the fuck can't I log in? What the fuck? Alabama, what the fuck did you say? I'm just so mad about the internet issues right now. Alabama says, Pete Dunne saved it for me tonight. Wish they would put UK wrestlers on SmackDown Live, like how Raw has cruiserweights. I give it a 4.5 out of 10. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if that belt. I mean, the UK belt is the best looking belt in the company right now. I don't fucking understand that. Like, why can't we get a belt like this everywhere else? And why does the internet have to suck dick? We should have 1,200 people watching like always right now, but nope. But, you know, I said I wanted to see Pete Dunne show up with the UK title, or at least show up. I forget exactly what I said, and luckily they did that. They did do that. And they're going to be putting all the UK guys on 205 Live, which is good, because they should just be there. Shout out to Alabama for that $5. Thank you, man. Alabama, I'm going to gobble myself. Yeah, Comcast turned into fucking the cat fucker. What, Leah?
Have you tried resending the signal?
I did. I unplugged the whole box and unplugged everything.
The phone call thing?
No, I didn't do that.
Because Comcast is saying on their... They lie.
Yeah, they said 5 hours ago that, oh, we're all back up and running.
Yeah, I see people tweeting on their Twitter saying, mine's not up.
Yeah, that's what I just tweeted them. I said, mine's not fucking up yet, you fuck.
I didn't know if having them resend the signal through the phone would do it, but...
Yeah, because nobody's internet is working, you know what I mean? Everything is fucked. But I will still take phone calls. I won't. Actually, you know what? I won't take phone calls because nobody will be able to hear it, so it'll just be stupid. I mean, maybe I could take phone calls. I could put my headphones like right over here. Yeah, I'll just do that. Hold on. I'll flip the headphones like this. Snapchat was down. Everything's down, dude. Things are fucked. Seriously though, if you guys want to ask questions, just do it here in the chat. I'll try to respond to you here. If you definitely want to really try to get your question answered, try to do a super chat or do a donation thing, and I'll see that for sure. Hopefully the fucking Comcast figures this shit out by tomorrow, because this is complete bullshit. They're fucking everyone's livelihoods up as if things weren't bad enough already with the fucking internet. On a one positive note, Patreon's been killing it, guys, so I want to say thank you for everybody who's on Patreon. You know, with having the Morning Madness episode the other day up, that was a good one. People liked that for the most part. I was half asleep when I did it. Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. My match with Kenny Omega and Jericho, and my other couple matches will be available for the pay-per-view, so to speak, that will be streaming live on my Patreon. I don't know when I'm doing it. I think it might be tomorrow or the next day. But I may just upload the matches too, but I'm not really sure yet. But we're going to have a pay-per-view called fucking, I don't know, Cronin Chaos. I don't know what you want to call it. But we got Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. That will be there. I'm going to be eventually having a match with me and Ryback. That should be good. Everybody wants to see Ryback versus Cronin. It's going to happen on my Patreon, so look for that in 2K. I wanted to stream 2K tonight. I wanted to stream a couple different things tonight. That's not going to happen because of this fucking issue. I also got to take a second to say something to Sean's View. I don't know if he's watching. I did something kind of fucked up, and I want to apologize to Sean's View Entertainment. The other day, a couple times over the last few months, it started because a couple months ago somebody sent me a couple of his Facebook posts. I guess some people are friends with him on Facebook. I'm friends with him on Facebook. And some people sent me his posts, and his posts were like, his posts are fucking crazy, right? They're kind of funny, like, to be honest. I mean, listen, I'm a friend. I'm kind of a friend of Sean. We both give each other shit. One time he told me he was dead, even though he wasn't, which was fucking weird. He's fucked up a lot of times. But this time I fucked up. I went and posted those photos that people sent me about his Facebook page, where he was basically like saying like, oh, personal things about like, oh, can't get a girlfriend and trouble with, girls. And he was just kind of depressed, and he's writing these sort of depressing things, and we were joking around about it. And it's funny the way it's written and the way he wrote stuff on his Facebook page. But it was just a couple times that I did that, and it was funny to me. But I'm also friends with him, and I've also told you guys, some people have been really hard on Sean, and I've said, hey, he's actually going through some crazy shit right now. Like, people need to back off of him a little bit. He's fucking doesn't, he's a goofball, and he's really going through some shit, and people really fucked with him. And it's fun to fuck around with people, joke around, but I don't want to fucking pile on somebody who's really fucking hurt. Big Matt just donated $5. Big Matt, what's up, Big Matt? Thank you. He says Call of Duty service crashed hard today. It shut down the internet across the world. Seriously fucked everyone's shit up. You think it's Call of Duty that crashed the internet? You think that that's what it is? You think Call of Duty shut the fucking shit down? But anyway, Sean's View. So I just wanted to say I'm really sorry to Sean's View, because it is funny. Like, I thought his posts were public, and I guess they weren't. And I don't know, it's just kind of fucked up, man. And I'm sorry to Sean's View. I think it really bothered him, and I don't want to hurt anybody. Giovanni Hotep Johnson, keep up the good fight, he says. Jesus Christ, almost fucking died on myself. Just fucking sneeze coughed. Now, you know me, I don't apologize almost ever for anything. Almost ever. I never apologize. And while I still think his posts are funny, and he's still friends with me. We're still friends. But I have to say that.
After his belly to belly in the crowd was like fucking crickets. Charisma like a dead moth.
Movado just donated $5. Charisma like a dead moth. Movado, thank you for donating $5 and becoming a $5 shitbum. Holy fuck, was that funny. Oh my god, you're a mess, bro. Thank you so much. And thank you to Big Matt. Big Matt before that, with the $5 talking about the Call of Duty servers. Thank you for that. It's the EMPs, you idiots, says Liquid Martinez. Yeah, it's very rare that you get a Joe Cronin apology, so, savor that shit. You know what I mean? You gotta know I mean it if I'm given one. And I do mean it. I do mean it. Like, I do mean it to Sean's View Entertainment, so, it's too easy at this point. This guy, like, legit, like, if anybody was harassing him, or going after him and stuff like that because of it, I hope that, you didn't do that. Because he's done that to other people before, and it was fucked up when he did it. But, it's a joke, you try to laugh at things. But I'm still friends with Sean's View, and I talked to him about it earlier. Joe, can you put another pair of headphones on us so we can hear the donations? That's not a bad idea. I said that earlier, but no, I might do it. These ones on me. I put these ones on you guys? What?
I'd lay them backwards.
Maybe if I do it like this. I just fucked up the connection by doing that. I could just put them up here like this. And just turn the donations way up. You guys might be able to hear them. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work, but we'll see. See if that works. If they fall over, fuck it, I just won't do it. What's up, Donna? What's up, Monday Nitro? Steven, no, you can't put it in my butt, because I've already got enough going on with Leah. You know, we've already come up with weird things to do. I don't need you putting it in my butt. But yeah, the headphones are on for non-super chats. So actually, super chats will play too, to be honest. Yo, what's up, Wrestle Talk Show? How you doing? So this was an unexpected night. I had all this shit planned if we were able to go live the normal way we go live. But since we can't do that, we're doing this. Obviously, the internet is down. Half of the country is down. You know, it's not that the internet is down. It's that it's fucked up, right? Most people's internet is fucked up right now. Like right here, I can play video games. I can go on the internet, but the streaming capability just isn't working right now, and that's something to do with internet all over the world right now is fucked up. But I mean, America seems to be really jacked up. So I don't know exactly what's going on. You can Google it. Leah, can you call Comcast? You can call them.
My phone's not connected to the account.
It doesn't matter. You just call them and then you type in all this stuff. Whatever though. All right. It's the Russians, someone said. Yeah, some people wanted to know how I'm live right now. If I'm saying I can't go live, it's because I'm live on my phone. So I'm live from my 4G right now. In fact, I need to fucking unplug this shit so I can plug my boost power into this phone so I don't fucking die in the middle of the stream. So give me 1 second while I do that. Bought one of those like 70-hour chargers. Actually, I bought it by accident in Florida when I was at WrestleMania weekend. And let me just see if it's plugged in. Oh, there goes the fucking headphones. Yeah, that ain't gonna fucking work. This is fucking so shitty. So fucking pissed off right now. Like when shit don't work right, man, I'm like the fucking Bill O'Reilly in that fucking video. Like, we'll fucking do it live! Like, I just want to fucking break someone's goddamn head right now. Yeah, you can't broadcast with a hotspot because it just can't. There's not enough fucking data to do that. You really need at least 6 gigabytes of upload speed to be able to handle what the streaming. My Survivor Series predictions are: I predict I'm gonna hate that pay-per-view. Let me just see here. Okay, so we get we'll talk about Raw in a second, but I'd rather at this point I'm game to just do a Q&A with you guys. Say whatever you want about Raw tonight. I thought the fucking whatever. Will I ever talk to JD again? Who cares? What does it matter? Every time I talk to JD again and then we decide to do a show again, then he don't fucking show up. The dude don't give a fuck about me. I don't even know why people ask about him all the time. I don't get it. The guy don't fucking care. Okay, if I was Justin LaBar, he'd be inside my asshole. I know that.
He never would have missed the show.
And he never would have missed the show. I'll tell you that. That's fucking dead on right there. Let me see if I can fucking get this to work here. What's up, guys? I'm just glad to be here with you. Yeah, it's just fun to be here with you guys, even though the fucking internet's fucked all around the world. But hopefully they figure this shit out tomorrow, man, because I want to fucking go live. Yeah, man, and again, I don't have an issue with him. I never told anybody to not listen to him or not, you know, go to his Patreon or anything like that. I think you should support everybody and whoever you want to. I'm not going to tell anybody anything. All I can tell you are my feelings. I'm not going to tell you how to think, though. Do whatever you want to do. Hey, what's up to Egypt? Ahmed, Omer. What's up? Is it Omer or Omer? What's up? What's up in Egypt? Oh, put your hands in the air, motherfucker! Yeah, see?
Can't wait for Pete Dunne to break Enzo's fingers.
I thought it might happen tonight, to be honest. I thought we might see Pete Dunne break his fingers tonight. Oni Chan, fuck me. Thank you for the donation, man. It's $7. $7. I really appreciate that shit, man. Thanks for coming out and supporting me with a couple bucks, even though I'm providing you with subpar entertainment tonight because of this fucked up internet. Oni Chan, fuck me. Thank you so much, man. For the $7 in the fuck raw donation. Also, Jake DeMarco telling me that he's all fucked up too. He tried to go live just to test it out to see if he could. Maybe he could do the show from his house, and then I could call him and we could go live on my channel, something like that. Me and Sean's View have collabed before. If you go watch our video we did about a year ago almost now, a lot of people were like, oh God, no, don't have Sean's View on the show. And then me and Sean did that podcast, and people liked it. People went, at first I thought this was going to be fucking horrible, and then they watched it and they loved it. I think a lot of people loved Sean's View in the podcast form. People liked listening to me and Sean's View, and I've been trying to get Sean's View to do a podcast with me, because when he does podcasts and actually talks about wrestling, it's really fun to talk with him, and he's really good at it. When he does his news clip videos, a lot of times, it's, you know, people don't like that or whatever the fuck. He's a little bit eccentric. He's goofy, obviously. I know I'm eccentric and I'm goofy, but I mean, he is fucking out there with some things. But he's really good in the podcast format. Big Matt said, told you Call of Duty pull the Skynet. You're not fucking kidding though, man. Things are fucked. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Here comes another donation here. Hey, Pavey415, thank you, man. He said, thank you very much for streaming live. I appreciate it. It keeps me entertained and busy. I appreciate that, man. And thanks for dropping bits on me, Twitch style. I'm still going to try to stream my video games. I was going to try to stream all kinds of shit. I got a couple primals in Diablo earlier. I was all pumped up about that shit. Let me get on Twitter real quick just to see what's up. And we'll keep taking, you know, we'll talk some more about Raw. We'll hang in here. Shout out to Famous B, man. Famous B was looking forward to the show tonight. I was looking forward to making him smile and laugh a little bit, but god damn it, here we are, all jacked up. But Famous B, if you get a second, call me a dickhead in the DMs, if you could. I hope Lucha Underground gets renewed. We did the first few weeks of the Lucha Underground review, and then that was when the guy that was doing it with me took off, and then I just never went back to doing it again. But I think I'm going to review all of Lucha if they get renewed for a new season, for a 4th season here. We'll do it. No Death donating. Oh my god. Fucking No Death just donated like insanely. No Death just said, it's gotta be Kane, bring the UK guys to NXT, add another 30 minutes to Wednesdays, and defend the title on takeovers. That would be great. That would be good. I'd like to see that title defended on takeovers. It'd really be good. Then he said, Sniffles, meow meow, fuck Cornette in the fat face. Joe Cronin is God, fucking faggot. Yeah, fuck you, Cornette. You listening? Cornette, this is all your fault, isn't it? I still like Cornette. I'm going to the pre-WrestleMania 34 tickets party in New Orleans to get tickets. Might as well enjoy it since it's close to my hometown. I'll bring a sign for you and Ken. Thank you, Kalal-Bama. Kalal-Bama, man, if you bring a sign, I'm going to wax my carrot to your sign. Thank you, No Death, for the 666. Thank you to Kalal-Bama for the $5. And Cluster Fudge says, Joe, YouTube is one big pimp. You the bottom bitch, though. The best of the tubes of you. What's up to everybody in the chat? I'm glad you got to review it after all. I'm not sure like if that was like an insult. You the bottom bitch, though. Isn't that bad? Like, I don't get it. Did you insult me? I don't get it. I think you did. Either way, I'll take it. I'll take it up the ass. Let me see if I can do the pop-out chat. There we go. Okay. Get that pop-out chat going. So I can see you guys a little bit bigger here. No meaning you will always be there, says D1 Joseph. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I didn't know that was what you meant, or what he meant. Remember, I'm 33. And I'm fucking white. I mean, there may be shit that I don't understand. I'm fucking lame as shit. The bottom bitch is the number one bitch under the pimp, Jonathan Jackson says. Okay, I get it now. Thank you. I don't know that shit. I only knew one fucking bottom bitch worked for a pimp, and that was my mother. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Mom. Where is she? Mom? Oh, she's dead. Mom, I love you. No, I'm just, my mother's alive. My dad's dead. South Park is where I got the reference, says Cluster Fudge. That's pretty cool. Any interest in doing another show? What's up, Justin Bailey? I'm doing a show live, and he's sitting here Facebook messaging me. Hey, Bailey, call me on Skype, you cunt. Bailey, call me on Skype, you fuck. We're not going to be able to go live tomorrow, Bailey, you fucking douchehole. Fucking Bailey's sitting over here messaging me. My Facebook messages just popping up and popping up and popping up. Oh, man, the fucking chat is crazy. Dolphin on YouTube. Joe, what do you think of Survivor Series weekend? I'm not really hyped about it too much. I mean, I am more hyped about it because we're getting NXT. That's for sure. Because the NXT situation is happening, you know, that's good. If there was no NXT, Survivor Series weekend would be dead for me. It would just suck. Yeah, this is... You should be thankful, Nicholas, for Time Warner right now. If there was another option of internet, I'd be calling the internet provider right now. To be honest, if there was another option for internet around my house, because there isn't. There's only one option here. You cannot get anything else. There's nothing. And I'm in the city. I would definitely have a second internet line. I would have Verizon. And I'm not joking. I'd pay $80 to get just Verizon. And I would use that for my show only, separate from the house. And then I would have Comcast just in case. So I could have both as a backup. Because it means this much for me to be live. This is my job. This is my livelihood. So it means that much. So it's not that crazy to drop an extra $80 a month to have two lines to make sure we're doing this the right way. And on a separate line, then you could be separate from anyone playing video games in the house and downloading things, and everything is separate and yada yada blah blah blah. So thank you, RJ. You know, I see Jasmine's here. What's up, Jasmine? Nicholas is here. Big Matt, Tony Brooks. Brian Austin, Shell is definitely beasting in the chat. Twitching with rage, man. It's been a while. What's up, bro? Mustafa, Mr. Caden, the Ryan, Tony Brooks, Corbin Eberly. Hey, Joe, what do you think of the Shield versus the New Day? Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm convinced Alicia Fox is sucking someone's cock, says Derek. Me too. It is a little weird. But, no, I don't really think that, though. I think that she's a veteran, and I think she's coming to the end. I honestly believe I honestly really believe that this is WWE trying to do Alicia Fox kind of like a solid here, and sort of, give her like a moment here towards the end of her run. I think by WrestleMania or just after WrestleMania, I really think that possibly Alicia Fox will be done with the company. And to me, it seems like this
She's on Total Divas.
being a veteran thing is what they're doing. And yeah, she's on Total Divas too, so maybe, I don't know. But she could be done there too. It can't be much. How long has she been in the WWE now? 10 years? They like her. Somebody likes her, or she's doing somebody. You're right, because something's up. Because she's been here, 10 years now? And that's not to be insulting to her, because she is versatile, but she's not a very good wrestler. Joe, what do you think of 3 heel matches? I don't know. I gotta look that up. I don't even remember what the matches are now. I'll pull them up in a minute, though. Joe, did you hear Chris Jericho challenging Kenny? Yeah, did you see my video on it? Tony? If you guys aren't subbed to my Real Wrestling channel, it's youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. Man, why do people always ask me about stuff that I already made a video on? I don't get it. It's like nobody sees my videos. Fucking raging. Joe, your thoughts on Asuka? Because then I'm sitting there like, why did this video only get 2,000 views? Like, what the fuck? And then, like, everybody asked me if I saw something. CJ Bradley, what's up? Raw Dog 316. Yeah, Raw was tiresome tonight, man. Somebody fucking tweet Bailey and tell him to shut the fuck up and call the show. Famous B DMs me. Hey, dickhead. Thanks for the shout out. You guys should go follow Famous B, man. If you haven't seen him on Lucha Underground, you gotta check this guy out. You talk about a guy that can speak. The dude can do it. Famous B23 on Twitter. At Famous B23. Go give him a shout out for me. Mike asked how I got into wrestling. Let's talk about that. I mean, we can talk about the Raw review. We'll get into the Raw review in a minute. I'll get into that. I'm really hyped up on coffee right now. So I'm 33 years old. I've been watching wrestling since 1987. So that would mean I was about 4 years old when I started really watching wrestling, and I got obsessed with it by the time I was 6, 7, that age. Macho Man Hulk Hogan was a big deal for me. Did a lot of grew up through all that shit. Always watched wrestling pretty much. Attitude Era happened, all that stuff. Around the Attitude Era is when I started backyard wrestling. And then I got trained at Killer Kowalski's school, which is in Massachusetts. If you ever want to go get trained, that is awesome. Right now, Brian Fury's taking over the school. Just a great, one of the best places you can go to get trained as a wrestler. When I was there, Kofi Kingston was there. Sasha Banks went there, Triple H went there, Chyna, John Cena, just the list goes on. Albert, the head trainer of NXT, went there. So, I mean, just the place, so many different people have come from there. It's incredible. It's a great place. And so, as I was working at being a wrestler, right as basically I ended a relationship and I got all fucked up from that and I quit. I stopped going to wrestling and I was booked on shows. I worked for a couple NECW shows. My favorite thing that was speaking though, like making the crowd angry. That was my favorite thing to do ever. But then when fast forward and now I just do commentary. I do a lot of wrestling commentary. I do, so if anybody knows a promotion that needs commentary or anything like that, you can hit me up. Let me know. Let them know. I'll fly out there, whatever you want to do, whatever they want to do. I've done commentary for companies after matches, after when they were on a release of DVD, but it doesn't have commentary on it. So I do the commentary and shit like that. And then, so I do that too. And recently, locally, I always work with Top Rope Promotions, but there's a couple other wrestling companies that I'm working with coming up. In 2018, I'll be working with a company from Atlanta, so that'll be really cool. Went to school for a little while for radio and shit like that, so it all kind of blends into what I do. So there's the background really quickly, as fast as possible. If you want to know more, I'll tell you more in a bigger, longer video somewhere else. Joe, I trolled JB to call the show. Thanks, Kenny. What is it? Kengan Podcast. Thank you for telling Bailey that. Bailey Smoked Rudolph is in the chat. Bailey Smoked Rudolph, man, what's been up, dude? You will always be JCS Army for life. Joe, what do you think has been the worst pay-per-view this year? Oh, it's Battleground, right? Whatever the hell the Jinder Mahal one with the friggin' what was it? The Punjabi prison match. That match was that pay-per-view was awful. That had to be the worst. Punjabi prison. Ugh. Oh, JB's in the chat now. What's up, JB? JB, call me on Skype, dude. I can put your speakers up loud enough so people can hear you, and I can talk to you if you want. If you want to call, you fuck. I guess JB was asking me to host his show tomorrow or something like that. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, if the fucking internet works, bro. The fucking internet's down. I have to go live on my phone right now, for Christ's sake. Yeah, Battleground was definitely the worst pay-per-view ever all year, and was probably, dude, this could have been one of the worst pay-per-views of all time, quite frankly. It's up there. It's up there as like top 10 shit. You know what I mean? There's no question whatsoever about that in my mind. And if you want Stone Cold Steve Austin to whoop the fuck. Extreme Rules sucked too, yeah. Extreme Rules was bad because it wasn't extreme. Great Balls of Fire was better than both of those pay-per-views. Absolutely. If I had to pick between those three, I'm watching Great Balls of Fire. Fucking no way I'm watching Battleground or Extreme Rules. I am not. There just is no way I'm doing that. Have I ever done commentary with somebody cool or important or whatever? Fuck, I don't know what that means. Matt Stryker. I did commentary with Matt Stryker, which was fucking awesome. The guy is hilarious. The best thing about Matt Stryker was I knew that he shits on, he's like very smart, very fucking let's go, And I'd worked with Les Thatcher before on commentary and a couple other guys, which was kind of like a fucking shock. But Les Thatcher was easy because Les Thatcher was like, well, Joe, this and that. He was very smooth and very calm, and he allowed me to be the main announcer, and he stayed there as color. Les Thatcher did color, but he did a really good job with me. Like, he really did. He came in and gave his experience. I had a lot of times where I would say, Les, what would you do in this situation? Because this guy and that thing, and Les would come right in and tell me about it. Les would be talking about the wrestlers while they were wrestling. He would talk to me. He would even help me a little bit, and he would do it subtly, on the mic. It's just very, very smooth, Les Thatcher. What a fucking awesome guy. I couldn't believe I got to work with him. Matt Stryker was great, because Matt Stryker, when I was doing well, Matt Stryker did better, and we flowed well. But when I was doing poorly, Stryker would just shit on me, and it was fucking awesome.
Was Les Thatcher the guy that had me doing beer runs?
The old guy?
Yeah, because I was, pregnant, and I felt he kept asking me to get him beer.
Oh, yeah.
And I was pregnant, walking up to the bar,
yeah, didn't he almost crap on you?
I felt really awkward, though, because, I'm pregnant.
Was that really Les Thatcher that did that? I don't remember that.
The old guy.
Yeah, Les is old, yeah. Shit, I guess it was. But yeah, Stryker, at one point, somebody went, I've told this story a bunch before, but at one point, somebody went into the post, right? Someone got thrown into the post, the steel post, and I yelled something like, oh, head first into the pole. And I was like, oh, he head first into the pole there. And then Matt Stryker was like, pole, Joe? I didn't know there was a lot of Polish people here. And I said, what the hell do you mean by that? And then he goes, never mind, Joe. And it was just making fun of me because it was a pole. And so then I realized that. Then I said, well, I don't know why there'd be Polish people here. I know that guy just went into the post. And he goes, post? A minute ago you called it a pole. I said, no, I didn't. I called it a post. Get your hearing checked. And then we went on from there. But it was just fucking funny. I don't know. The guy's awesomely funny. He's smart. One of the best commentators in the business. Beside from Mauro Ranallo, Matt Stryker, maybe one other guy, a couple other guys I can't think of. Probably the smartest in the business, I would say. Matt Stryker's interesting because he can be so good and so technical, but he can also be a character, which Mauro Ranallo can't do. Mauro Ranallo, for the most part, is, on fuego and stuff like that, but then he doesn't really get into, he doesn't really play well with, heel face commentary. But Matt Stryker does. So, let me swallow this coffee that I jizzed in. Oh, yeah. Trexter. What's up, Trexter? Hey guys, finger Joe's brown eye, says Liquid Motions. All right, that's hot. Best opponent when you wrestled, Joe. Mr. Vacation says. Best opponent when I wrestled would be
The bear.
the bear. No, not the bear. That's hard to say because my matches. I don't know. I would say like the coolest thing was being in the ring with Kofi Kingston, because to see him on TV after you've wrestled him is like, what the hell? You know, it was way back when I was like young, so it was like I was marking out a bit like, hey, I was in the ring with that guy, and now he's on television. That's pretty crazy. I stunted my own fucking bullshit. But there was a guy named, there was a kid named Carl something or other. I don't remember his last name. He wrestled at he was good. He was naturally pretty damn good. He ended up quitting and becoming an electrician. But he was actually really good. And I loved wrestling him because, like, we didn't, any time, like, we didn't have to say anything. We could do a whole match without calling things, pretty much. We could just sit down and be like, oh, you know, let's start the way we would always start, you know, and then we'll do some wrestling inside. Then we'll go outside the ring, and somebody will go into the post, and, you know, then we'll yell at each other, we'll yell at the fans, we'll go back in the ring, and we'll just do some other shit, and then we come up with like, oh, and then at the end, you know, you're gonna do this, and I'll do that, and then let's go do that, and then we go do that, and pretty much it would go that way every time. Sometimes, you know, I mean, somebody would miss something or whatever, but it's almost like you didn't, even though you missed it, nobody noticed, and you didn't even notice, and then you get to the back of the locker room, and you're like, oh, hey, we missed the Impaler DDT on the outside that we wanted to do. Like, what the fuck happened? And then we just look at each other like, I don't know. I mean, we missed it. But nobody, you know, there wasn't a time where, hey, do it, or you didn't do it. You know, we didn't really talk in the ring. It was weird, almost ever. Once in a while, like, whispered something. But, so I liked him the best because it reminded me of backyard wrestling. Because when you're a lot of backyard wrestling, like, I would never call it. Like, we'd just be in the backyard throwing each other around. You never call it. But when I got in the wrestling ring, there was a lot more calling, like, okay, you know, duck, or like, hey, let's, and sometimes it's good to do that because when people are backyard wrestling, there's no crowd usually, right? There's no crowd, so you're just going and doing everything you can think of that you can do, and you kind of both know what you're gonna do. But in the ring, you might get, you know, depending on how much leeway you have in the match, you might hear the crowd is doing something, and you're like, oh shit, like they're really mad at you, or like, or they're starting to get louder and louder. Let's do something that would really set them off. But, you know, so you're listening to the crowd too. So that's different when so you might call some things, you know, more because of that. Like, oh, let's, you know, shit, let's do that outside the ring spot. You know, they'll come unglued for that. But if the crowd sounds dead almost towards the end of the match, you just kind of want to wrap it up and get out of there. I don't know. That didn't happen to me a lot. They fucking yelled when I was in there. God damn it. No, nobody knew where I was because I was always wrestling somewhere for the first time. Nobody knew where I was. Joe, when was your first interview for when is your first interview for Impact? Yeah, I wish. Yeah, the Impact, apparently, according to this rumor that's going around Twitter, is that they're paying people to be there in the crowd and shit, which is crazy. Demand Emma on the show. Yeah, I reached out to Emma's people and asked her to come on the show, and they declined, so Emma will not be coming on the show, from what I understand. If you guys want to reach out to them and bombard them and shit, I don't know. Go for it. But they didn't respond to me. They said basically they were just booking wrestling dates, and then I said, well, you know, the podcast and all this other bullshit. Yeah, fuck Jim Cornette's corpse. Joe, where'd you get the Star Wars hoodie? Did my mother buy this for me? My mother bought this for me. Thanks, Mom. She also went to, was that when she went to Texas? No, it was before that. Yeah, it was before that. Then she went to Texas and she got this, a lot of people were asking about where I got the processing hat from. This one. The light up one. Turns out it was some Asian guy at the mall, at the, not the mall, the fair, yeah, the fair. So the fair's over now. So for a couple weeks he was there at the fair selling these things. I guess he makes them. So yeah, but I Googled it. I couldn't find it anywhere. Otherwise I would have bought like 20 of them and marked them up and sold them or some shit. I don't know. But I couldn't do that. No. It's the guy. The guy buys them. Is 214 Bailey? No, that's not him calling. I thought maybe that was him. Dallas, Texas. We were down there in Dallas at the Denny's. All right. Well, anyway, yeah. Shout out to Famous B once again. Yeah, you know, Donna on Twitter says, Joe, you're awesome. Do you think Dean and Seth will get a rematch next week? Yeah, they might. You know, I don't understand why they did this tonight. Yeah, I am a Celtics fan, by the way. I'm in Boston, so. Bailey's on Twitter, like, freaking out. Is he talking shit about me on Twitter? You found it?
Yeah, in like 30 seconds.
I searched it. I, like, searched everywhere. Even Amazon.
It's Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I'm the master at finding things. I'm the top banana.
Wow. I'm going to resell it for $29.99.
It's not Amazon Prime.
Leah found the processing hats on Amazon
This
if anybody
one's
wants to get them.
This one's $18.
They're $18.
It's just that one, though.
It's just one?
I don't know. This is the one I found.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Leah figured it out. She found it on Amazon, so there you guys go.
I'm pretty sure there's a shirt you can buy that does the same thing. Yeah, there's a shirt you can get that does the same thing. The shirt.
Oh, shirt. Shit, that's crazy. Liz just tweeted me and said, sorry you're still having internet issues. Comcast tried to lie earlier saying there was no problem.
Oh, never mind. There's a bunch.
What a fuck.
There's different kinds.
Oh, really, man? We got to get that shit. Hey, Monica, what's up? And then Monica in the chat. How you doing, Monica? Thank you guys for those donations. I really, really appreciate that. That helps out big time,
This
obviously.
one's $10 and it's Prime.
Oh, it's got a green thing, too?
It's a charging battery thing.
Those are awesome. I want, like, more different types of them.
This one's $10. You want it?
I love dumbass blinking light things.
It comes in 10 colors.
10 colors?
Well, different things. Look at the different colors with different things on them.
No, I don't have Charter in my area. There's no Charter or anything like that. Joe Cronin, you're living in the UK? What? No, I live in Boston in the US. Half black son. Sorry. Charter is worse anywhere, says PS Carnivore. Yeah, well, they're worse, but I mean, like, you know, if there was another option, I would have two. I just have two. Billy Ricky, Joe, what's up? Wish app has a bunch of cheap, badass light shit. What? Who? Wish app? What's Wish app? I'll look it up, though. I'm down with all that shit.
Like, the ads pop up all the time. Like, look at this cheap stuff for, like, $4. And it's, like, takes, like, 7 weeks to get to you, and it's crap.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
That's what those are.
What's up, PS Carnivore? I forgot I gave PS Carnivore the wrench. He's got that cool wrench right there. Rest in peace, everyone's sperm. I wish I could play you. There's a couple of clips I wanted to play you guys tonight. I wish I could play them. I'm sorry I can't because of the internet issues, but... Joe, I'll try to speak with you again on Twitter. Okay. Okay, Ward. Jordan is awful, man. It is just so bad right now with Jason Jordan. I love Elias. I think he's great. I mean, Elias obviously isn't the best in the ring, but he's pretty good, you know, and the fact that he can... His entertainment value is so high right now. And give a shout out to TSS2 today, who released Monetize This movie scene with the deer and me and Justin Bailey. That was fucking awesome. Who wants to walk with the Cronin? I'm sorry, I just stared at the phone like a weirdo on purpose. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, anybody else want to talk about Raw, man, just send me some questions on here or super chat me so I can read your question or, you know, try to tweet it at me, whatever. We'll try to talk more about Raw here. Let me try to pull up some more about what happened on Raw. Talking about Raw right now just makes my head hurt. You know, the other thing that pisses me off about Streamlabs is every time I try to open up a window, it opens up the window. But then if I try to open up the next window for the events page, it opens up the same window. It opens it up on that same window and deletes the previous window and doesn't open up a separate window. Like, what the fuck is that about? Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom is going to be great. I watch it every year. The last Wrestle Kingdom I watched live, like when it was happening, was AJ Styles versus Nakamura. I think it was AJ Styles and Nakamura. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Let's see. Yeah, lots of Paige's pics leaked again. New photos leaked of her. A lot of people thought Paige might come back tonight. In the UK and all that other bullshit. A lot of people thought she was coming back. But I thought we were told that she was definitely going back to SmackDown, and then they said Raw. I don't think there's anything set in stone though, to be honest at this point. I mean, she was down at the NXT training center. And that's what, you know. Then the next thing they said SmackDown, and then they said, oh no, she's gonna be on, you know, Raw now. People getting paid to attend this week's Impact TV tapings. That news report is huge right now. That is like one of the top trending news reports. Besides some of the info on Monday Night Raw. I thought Raw tonight was like a 3 or 4 out of 10. Wasn't really interested in what I saw. People making fun of the fact that they said, you know, where's security? And the security was like standing all around the New Day while they were in the crowd. Where's security? .205 Live might be interesting tomorrow night if you don't usually watch it. Tomorrow night's a good night to maybe tune in and check it out with the UK crew coming in there. Could be crappy, but maybe it'll be good. I mean, it's usually pretty good anyway. It's just that, you know, if you're not that interested in it though, tomorrow might be a night when you are, you know, interested in it. Joe, is WWE ruining the indies? Do you think they are or not? Well, I made a video about that the other day. I called it, is WWE ruining the indies? The answer is, I did make a video about it. You should go watch the video, because I talked a lot of shit, but I made it on my Joe Cronin Show channel, which is my real wrestling channel, so if you're not subbed over there, make sure you go sub at youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. But the answer is WWE ruining the indies? And is the indies ruining WWE? And the answer is neither. Trick question. WWE is ruining WWE. That's the fucking answer right there. Let me give a shout out here because someone just signed up on Patreon. Listen, if you guys want to sign up on Patreon tonight, I got a few more minutes here that I'll shout you out. If you want to make sure we get shout outs. Because we're doing a lot of shit on Patreon. We're going to have a full pay-per-view of WWE 2K if you like me calling the matches over there and having some fun with some of these matches. That'll be available to you guys. $5 will pretty much get you a lot of content on Patreon, get you almost all the bonus content and all that stuff. So if you guys want to go over there and do that, special shout out to Vito. Vito upped his pledge on Patreon to $85 a month, which is fucking crazy. You know, most people $2, $5, $10, shit like that, and Vito is $85. And not only that, Shell is right behind him with $75 a month, which is amazing. So thank you to you too. And then everybody else who's been doing that for so many years. There's a lot of people that were on my Patreon when I wasn't even offering anything. You guys were just supporting just for the fuck of it. But now there's, you know, Morning Madness every single morning for you. You know, there's Corrupted every week, the Corrupted podcast, and my new wrestling show that's coming to Patreon as well, and the WWE 2K videos. So shout out to Ron Booth for becoming a patron. Samuel Riley, $2 a month. And Smoff, 1992. Brian Himmelfarb also increasing his pledge to $25. Thank you to Brian. And, you know, Tickle Me Daniel is at $5. Ray Rawlings is at $2. And special shout out to Mr. Hardcore just for the fuck of it. Do you think Shield will win back the titles before Survivor Series? It does almost feel like they did this just because they were in the UK. Like, hey, we're in the UK. Let's see if we can get headlines in the UK with the title change in the main event, maybe sort of thing. I mean, just kind of weird because it didn't feel like it needed it. It didn't feel like it needed to happen. It felt like it. I'm assuming that this is gonna play a part in the story somehow, or a big part in the story. But if it doesn't, if there's no part play, if this story almost doesn't need this at all to happen, and they took those titles off of them, then you know they simply just did it to get, I guess, something going here in the UK, and I don't fucking stand. And I just swore in the middle of a sentence because, and I put a swear into a word. I don't know why I did the fucking stand. That's how you know I'm really fucking, like, retarded. Hey, what's up, Jesus? Jesus in the chat. What's up, Jesus? How you doing, motherfucker? It's been a while. I donated $2, but got charged $400 twice. What the fuck, Joe? At least give me that hoodie. No, you didn't, you fuck. Joe, what if WWE hires you for commentary? They won't. I don't think they will. And yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't think they will. Although 3 separate occasions have they reached out to me or had some contact with me that indicated some sort of bizarre interest. One after WWE Tough Enough, when the email came from Talent Relations about me coming down to Tough Enough. And then that didn't happen. And then 2, a follow-up to that months later. And then 3, when I was speaking with people there and they were giving my my reel to somebody. And that's, who knows? People know about who I am, but we'll see. I don't know. You would think that at least I could get down and get to NXT and I could do some commentary with them and whatever the hell, and be trained or whatever and see what I've got or whatever else. But that doesn't happen either. But all kinds of contact. So, but I don't know. I don't know what I can't say and can't say. So I'm not gonna say anything but that. And there you fucking go. But also I play a character here on my show somewhat. So it's not like, you can't do it. And I don't think I would go by my show name of Joe. I'd probably have to take my real name. I'd probably just take my real name, or they'd fucking do what they did to everybody else and give them a new name. I doubt that's going to happen. I'd be more interested. I think I would fit WWE way better than an indie promotion or like an ROH, just because I would fit that style more. Oh my god. This is so funny. Javier just donated $5. Javier, thank you for the $5, man. He says, breaking news. Apparently Pete Dunne has found out that the Beaver, Teeth Kevin Dunn, is his long-lost father. That explains why he got screwed on Raw, says Javier. Thank you, Javier. Well, there's a reason why I'm not going to be hired. Talking about Kevin Dunn, I'll get you fucking shunned right away. I'll get you fucking blacklisted forever. Justice League and NXT War Games are the only things I care about next week. Yeah, War Games is going to be fucking off the hook, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with War Games. I am all in on that shit. I am ready for fucking NXT War Games, whatever you want to call it. JoJo's nudes leaked. Yeah, I heard about that. I saw a lot of them, actually. And not even because I was like, well, I want to go look at these. But it was because just people sent them. Sent them everywhere. Michael Cole going to screw you, says the Irresistible Lum. Yeah, it would appear he did. Michael Cole wants to get the fuck out of there. Michael Cole don't want to be calling wrestling. I know that for a fact. He don't want to be out there. He wants to be in the back doing shit in the back. And I've tried so hard to get over there to take his spot, man. Get him out of there. I'll take care of it, Michael. Let's go. Breaking news, JD will start a cat YouTube channel. Yeah, well, Aaron Rift already did that from No DQ, so Maybe fucking JD's next. CN Almas has done a great job, really kind of being a great opening matchup for NXT. He's also just done a great job giving people great matches in those areas. And yeah, Michael Cole has just not wanted to do the commentary for years. The only reason why Michael Cole is still there is because Vince doesn't trust anybody else and doesn't want anybody else. Vince wants to just keep Michael Cole there because Michael Cole does everything the way Vince pretty much wants, almost, but Vince is never happy because if Vince could do it, he would rather do it. I'm telling you, Vince McMahon would rather do the commentary, but he's too busy with all this other shit. He can't do it anymore. So he'd rather just leave Cole there. Because Cole is the best at doing what Vince McMahon wants done. I just wish I could be there because I believe that I know what Vince wants done too. You know? And it would be a fucking hell of a learning curve. But I'm ready to do it. And I want to do it. But that's just not going to happen. It would seem it's not going to happen. I'd probably have to lose 20 pounds before I took the job. First of all, I'd start working out. I'd start looking as good as possible. I'd get a little fat in the face. You're going to be on TV. You want to look the best. And right now I'm a little bit dad bod. So I'd try to get fucking ripped to be out there. Get ready to go. And when you're a WWE announcer, you need to find a balance of that sort of... because Mauro Ranallo was so technical. Mauro Ranallo was exciting. Mauro Ranallo has an amazing voice. He's exciting. He's very passionate. But he doesn't quite have the stooge part of it. You know what I mean? And by the stooge part of it, I mean the ability to sell the WWE the way WWE wants them to. The ability to be the host that they want you to be. Like Vince McMahon would be, or that Michael Cole is, or that Todd, what the fuck is his name? I keep thinking of Todd Grisham, for Christ's sake. Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips can do it. Tom Phillips can come on and say, this Sunday night, of course, don't forget, WWE is going to be live, and I'm going to be a robotic piece of crap. That's right. That's what they want that. But then they want you to be able to call matches and to keep it simple. And I thought if Mauro Ranallo could have had a little bit more like personality with his heel announcers like JBL, if only JBL and Mauro could have gotten into it, they could have created a dynamic, but they didn't do that. They couldn't do that. So I love Mauro Ranallo in NXT because he's perfect there. Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan had amazing chemistry. If you go watch that tournament that Mauro called with Daniel Bryan, it is so good. Those guys did really well because Daniel Bryan called it like it was a real fight, just like Mauro calls it, and they were able to make me feel as though I was watching a tournament, a real fight. You know, Mauro Ranallo would be like, you know, drop kick and outside the ring goes, you know, CN Almas, and now and then Daniel Bryan would come in and Daniel Bryan would be like, you know, Mauro, you can see that he's still grabbing his shoulder right now. He might have separated his shoulder and it might have popped back into the socket, but I'll tell you from experience, he's in pain right now. Oh, what a drop kick again to the shoulder. And now the cover 1, 2. Oh, he was able to kick out, but he's still in pain. That's right, Mauro. You can see the pain on his face. Kicking out, he put weight down on that injured shoulder. And then they roll like that, and you're like, wow, like they're building this fucking physical story of what's happening in the ring right now in this match, creating excitement, reality, and suspense by Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan calling the matches that way. But on SmackDown, they don't want that to be the way things are called. They want it to be entertainment. So Mauro Ranallo was, and I'll say it, Mauro Ranallo to me was better than any announcer that's calling SmackDown or Raw right now. But it wasn't how they wanted it to be called. And if Mauro was able to dial it, was able to get into the entertainment factor of things a little bit more, he would have stayed there, I think. But because he couldn't do that, I think that's what made Vince McMahon mad and made Vince McMahon shit on him and want to make, you know, Vince McMahon take shots at him. Because I think Vince wanted him to do these certain things that he just wasn't going to do. And that's my guess. I'm just guessing at that because I even said it, that he doesn't interact well with his partner. Mauro is almost robotic when he was out there. But yeah, Daniel Bryan did a great job with Mauro Ranallo, and you know, I'd actually rather have Daniel Bryan, Nigel McGuinness, and Mauro down on NXT. That'd be a great call. Probably be too much though. But that's why I would like to be calling WWE, because I wouldn't be as knowledgeable as Mauro. I wouldn't be as technical as him. I wouldn't call every single move like Mauro does, nor do I know as many moves as Mauro does. But I would fit into the WWE philosophy very well, I think, while being able to call the match with a little bit more of an excitement. I feel Cole is robotic at this point because he doesn't really want to be there, and his exaggerations are evident and clear and depressing to hear. He comes off as that he's just very acting when he's very. It sounds like he's acting when he's speaking a lot of times and delivering a lot of these, messages or lines. And I don't know why that is, because even in his, I didn't like Michael Cole that much early on in his career either. But Michael was, at least seemed like he was spontaneous and calling things, where now it doesn't seem spontaneous. It seems so planned, fake, and robotic. And I don't blame him, because it's old. What's he gonna call? He's called stuff that is amazing and insane. He's called stuff that's over the top and out of this world. And how in the world is he gonna get excited about calling this shit? That's why you can even hear it in his voice, like, folks, we've never seen anything like this before in the WWE. You know, it's worse than that even. Like what I just did, it's worse than that somehow. He sounds like, well, we've never seen anything like this before. It's just like, it doesn't seem real. You know, someone gets assaulted and Michael Cole is like, well, we've never seen anything like that before in the WWE. And it's just like, it's the way he calls it. I can't even call it like him, with no soul. It's very bizarre. And why not call it more honest? Why not say, things like, we've seen a lot of stuff in the WWE before, but tonight I'll tell you something. This is up there with some of the craziest stuff we have ever seen in the WWE. And you know what? If you could at least sort of give the viewers that, you would say, okay, I'm kind of buying that. But when you say, this is the craziest thing that's ever happened in the WWE, and it's like somebody got thrown in a trash can or something like that, you're just like, I don't believe this. I don't believe you. Because I saw so much crazier shit than this happen, and you were there too. So when Michael Cole says this, at least 20 to 30% of the people watching are just groaning, like, didn't you see Trish Stratus naked? Didn't you see a car explode? Didn't you see, somebody murdered almost on Raw? Didn't you see Snitsky punt a baby into the crowd or something? I mean, like, tons of stuff.
I saw an old lady give birth to a hand.
Yeah, you saw an old lady give birth to a hand. You saw the big boss man hung in the middle of the ring. Michael Cole called the big boss man fucking murdered in the middle of the ring. Hung in the middle of the ring.
Didn't Val Venus get his dick cut off?
Yeah, well, that was JR called that, I think.
Oh.
Now, I think that Michael Cole and here's another thing that I like about Michael Cole, or that I like Michael Cole did back at WrestleMania 15. Back all the way at WrestleMania 15. They did hang the big boss man, and they tried to make it look like he was really being killed and murdered. But it was ridiculous to think, like, because I remember at home I was thinking, like, is the Undertaker murdering somebody? Is the babyface murdering somebody right now at WrestleMania? What the fuck is going on? And Michael Cole said, he said something like, obviously the symbolism here, something about the symbolism, and which kind of told you that he wasn't really hung. But the thing that was weird about it was Michael Cole was sort of telling you that, like, they haven't really killed him and hung him, that it's symbolic what they're doing to the big boss man. But what didn't make any sense was Boss Man pretended like he was dead. Boss Man, like, his neck got all fat and the rope was wrapped around him, and he was like, it's like, oh my god, he's dead. You would think that if they hung him, he would, like, be like, oh my god, get me down, but he's not really hung. And that Michael Cole would have said something like, well, obviously the symbolism here As if saying that the boss man was hung, his career is over, and something like that, you know. But they kind of went with the vague explanation, but it looked like they murdered the fucking guy in the middle of the ring. They would never do anything like that now, and that was so weird when they did it then, to be honest. It was one of the weirdest fucking things. It's actually fucking hilarious, especially when you think about the big boss man, like a year later or 2 years later, fucking Al Snow's dog, he eats his dog and shit, like...
Oh,
You,
yeah,
you shouldn't even be eating pepper because you were hung, you know. WrestleMania 15, you should be dead.
Man, some crazy shit has happened.
Yeah, see, you saw a guy eat another guy's fucking dog.
I miss that.
Tony Schiavone was a very underrated play-by-play commentator. Yeah, you know, I don't know if he was underrated. I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, WCW was so big. I mean, he was revered as like he was like the top commentator in the world at the time, you know. I think Tony Schiavone did pretty good. He's one of the top 10 commentators of my lifetime. No doubt he's up in the top 10 there. You know, I would say I didn't particularly love him, but he was pretty good. I didn't like him because I didn't like WCW. But he was pretty good. And he had a lot of good lines. And I also really didn't like him because I think, well, he was the one that read the WWE spoilers and said that Mankind was going to put a lot of butts in the seats. And I know that was him, not him saying that. I know that he was being told to say that. But in my mind, as a 14-year-old kid, I was like, fuck that guy. Fuck Tony Schiavone. You know, and so I was not happy with him. So, like, my anger towards him and my blindness towards his talent was mostly because of my bitterness towards him as a fan who was being a mark for what I was hearing, basically, and buying into the kayfabe. Which was kind of kayfabe and kind of not kayfabe in a way, it was something we'd never seen before. But yeah, I would say that the top announcers of all time, I don't know, you know, there's a couple I can't think of off the top of my head that I don't want to leave out, but for me, you know, okay, well, it's hard because if I'm going to turn on a pay-per-view to listen to somebody's call of a match, it's probably going to be Bobby the Brain Heenan or JR. So I would say Jim Ross and Bobby the Brain Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon even, you know, even Vince McMahon. I always enjoyed Vince, even though he was crazy. Jesse Ventura, I love Jesse. Jerry the King Lawler when he was at his top game, when he was a heel from maybe WrestleMania 10 to WrestleMania, you know, 15 or so. After WrestleMania like 20, you know, Jerry Lawler kind of pitted out because he changed how he was and everything. Joey Styles was a pretty good announcer. He's in the top 10, I think. I didn't care for Joey Styles too much though. Oh my God! I don't know. When I was a kid, I liked it though. But yeah, not a big. I did not enjoy Taz. I gotta tell you. Whoever Taz was working with, I think it was because it was Taz and Cole, if I remember. I did not enjoy them. I hated them, in fact, I think I hated Cole and Taz. I like Taz, though, as a wrestler. I think Taz actually has a good voice, and I think Taz is a good commentator, but he never, in my opinion, he didn't get put with the right. I think Taz could have been really good if he was put with somebody else. Mike Tenay is good, yeah. I mean, all those guys are good. I like Taz's show, too, by the way. I think Taz is good. But, yeah. And I would say that, you know, Tony Schiavone would be up in maybe the top 6, yeah. Although I didn't love him that much. It's kind of like, there's a lot of music I don't listen to, but I know the band is great, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff I listen to, and I'm like, I don't really like it, but he's definitely up there. I met Shockmaster recently. He was such a good guy, man. He let me I held the helmet, for Christ's sake. And I didn't even get a picture. Fucking goddamn typhoon. Thanks, Mike, for becoming a patron. Mike71, $5 on Patreon. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think Mike Tenay's best stuff was in I like Mike Tenay in TNA. He really carried that whole thing. I enjoyed Kevin Kelly's as a reporter. I've always enjoyed Kevin Kelly. I don't understand why Kevin Kelly is a commentator anymore. I don't enjoy that stuff. I thought Kevin Kelly was a great reporter in the back. Like, hey Vince, we're in the back locker room. I mean, no one will ever forget the Stone Cold gun thing with Kevin Kelly. That was awesome. But Howard Finkel was cool too, yeah. Every time I meet Howard Finkel, he's always kind of shitty, but I don't know why that is. I met Howard Finkel 3 times, and each time he just kind of sucked. I love Howard Finkel, though. Goddamn legend, and I love him. But, I don't know. I met him at FanFest. We had the camera, and I was like, hey, Howard, can you ask you? And he was like weird. He was like, oh, absolutely not. I can't do that. I can't do that. Something. And I was like, you want to do an interview? I was like, can I do an audio interview with you real quick? Or just say hi, or we're just filming some stuff. We're filming everybody here. And, he was just like, oh, no, I can't do that, whatever. I'm like, all right. And then I met him somewhere else, too. He was weird. He was like, oh, okay. And he just walked away. It was weird. But when I saw him the last time, I just said, hey, Howard, I really, just wanted to tell you that you're a great talent, and I've enjoyed you for 30 years or so, and love the shit out of you, man. And that's all. I just want to tell you that. That's all. Because I feel like he didn't want to talk to anybody, really. But he was like, oh, thank you. All right. But Mean Gene Okerlund was great. We met him at FanFest. He was so funny. If anybody hasn't seen the video of that, it's really funny. He pretends to have a heart attack and fucking freaked me out. Then he started talking about how he wanted to bang Leah. Joe, you need to see the JoJo pics. I've seen 4 JoJo pics. I've seen her ass and her titties and things like that. Is there more that I'm supposed to see? Is there more? Johnny Walker, what's up? MJ will rant, react. Joe, you need to see. Thanks, MJ. Talking about random shit like this is better than Raw. CJ Bradley. Thanks, man. I know this isn't much of a Raw review. I just feel like I'm in a weird... Joe, you growing out the beard again. I mean, can I really grow a beard? I can. You saw what I got. And it ain't happening. Well, it's No Shave November, so now I'm not going to shave. So there you go.
I thought it was Movember.
What?
People need to make up their mind about what it is. I've heard of 2 things. I've heard No Shave November and then Movember, where you shave. So which is it?
Well, that's probably the feminists starting that, because the feminists are mad that guys are not shaving their beards. But yet they want to fucking grow their armpit hair. Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitches. Get in the fucking kitchen and make me something, you fuck. I'm just kidding. I just know that makes them mad, so I said that. I cook the food in my place.
You're better at cook than me. I'm better at baking.
Oh yeah, you're better at baking? It's because baking is easy.
No, it's not. I have it down to an art.
Actually, I suck at baking, so it works out. Me and Leah are perfect. Like, everything I suck at, she's good at, and everything she sucks at, I think I'm good at. So, works out good for me. We're even like that physically, because I can see really well, and she can't, and I can't hear worth a shit, and she can. So, and I can't smell shit, and she can smell like a lot, so it's weird. And then sometimes I feel like I can smell things that you can't smell. Huh?
Sounds like the way you said that, it made it sound like I smell bad or something.
Ugh, if you smell bad, I wouldn't be with you. If you smelled like... Because girls don't smell usually. If anything, they have a girl smell. Like a sexy flower smell or something. But yeah, I would love to be the Raw announcer. I'd love to take Michael Cole's position. That'd be great. I'd love to be taught by Michael Cole. I'd love to be in a sexual position with Michael Cole. I would love to have Michael Cole just fucking raping me in the ear with, like, you fucked up, you do this, you say that, let's fucking go. I want the pressure, man. I want to bring it to Monday Night Raw. And I want to make the people excited again to watch Monday Night Raw live from United Kingdom. Let's do it. Come on, WWE. What are you waiting for? Somebody with balls. Or I'd like to just be a goddamn heel and sit there and be an asshole. Be what Corey Graves needs to be. Corey Graves needs to be more over the top. That's not his style. They got him being chill and cool and all this shit. That's cool. Put him on SmackDown doing that. Put Joe Cronin on Raw. Let's have some excitement, okay? I'm not trying to be fucking full of my goddamn shit, because there's just so many people out there that could do it. It's not just that I need to be there. Anybody There's so many. I come in contact with people left and right, and I'm like, you know what? That guy would be better than what's going on Raw. So many people would be better. Because I don't know what they're doing over there on Raw. So many announcers that I run into. Plug that guy in, it'd be better. If they allow him to be what he is. But I'm just not sure that they would allow you anyway. I'm not so sure that I wouldn't go there. They just want me to read the cue cards like every other stooge. And, you know, but I honestly, honest to God, would stomp Vince McMahon's door down. And I don't think anybody else has done that. I think Rich was a great announcer. They let him go. Why did they let Rich go? Rich Brennan? We've spoken with Rich so many times. Rich Brennan was a great announcer. Why in the world was this guy not on television all the time? And I don't get it. I don't think he had the balls to knock Vince's door down. But like, it's like, Vince, can I show you your announcing from WrestleMania 10, from WrestleMania 11, Vince? Because Vince, you made me excited for wrestling. Can I show you Jim Ross's announcing? Because that made me exciting for wrestling. Can I show you Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon at WrestleMania 8? Their interactions made wrestling exciting. What the fuck is exciting about the announcing now on Monday Night Raw? You got Booker T, who is just says random shit for no reason all the time. And I'm not sure if he's heel or face half the time. He just says stuff. Oh, damn. That was something, And then you got Corey Graves, who bounces around from being a heel to a face, but he's cool. He makes really smart pop culture references. He makes really great comments sometimes, and then other times he's completely generic and lost. And then you got Michael Cole, who's a goddamn robot, who sounds like he doesn't want to be there, and it sounds like he is completely fake. How is this fun to listen to? What kid that is watching this right now at 10 years old and maybe now they've been watching since they were 10 and now they're 14. Is that kid going to grow up and go, oh boy, I'll never forget how good Michael Cole was? Is that ever going to happen? I have no idea what they're doing. No clue whatsoever. I watch Lucha Underground. I like the commentary. I watch Ring of Honor. It's all right. Ian Riccaboni's a good guy. And you know what? If you don't think you're better, if you're a wrestler and you don't think you can be better than the other wrestlers, then why the fuck are you here? I'm an announcer, and I think I'm better. And if I didn't think that I was better, then why the fuck am I even trying? Why am I even here? So I do think I'm better. I am going to say that. And I know there'll be people who would say, oh, Joe, you're so full of yourself and shit like that. And oh, you think you're so good. You're just a piece of shit. You'll never be hired because of this and that. That's fine. You can go ahead and say that all you want. But I'm going to sit here knowing what I know and knowing what I can do. I was told that I couldn't do a fucking YouTube channel. Look what's happened. I was told that I couldn't do radio. Look what happened. You know? I mean, it's constant. If you don't believe that you can be better, then why are you even here? That's the problem with half the roster and half the people nowadays, is everybody just wants to sit there and collect. Just sit there and collect the money and just, whatever. Oh, you gave me this to do tonight? Okay, whatever, I'll just go out and do that. And you know what you get? You get lame shit. New Day made it happen. New Day was given that fucking gimmick, and they went out there and they built on it, and they broke the fucking glass ceiling. That's what you have to do. And even more than that, to be honest. You got to be doing more than that. CM Punk, he pushed and pushed, and he was allowed to cut that pipe bomb. Now, sure, CM Punk eventually cracked and left the WWE. But if CM Punk hadn't have said, I'm fucking good, goddammit, he would have never gotten the belt that long. He would have never held that current record for the longest title reign. He would have never cut that pipe bomb. He would have never been allowed to do that. If he didn't push and believe in himself and fucking break down the door, nobody would have said, okay, go out there and sit on the ramp and say whatever you want. They wouldn't have said that. But they did. They said, fine, go ahead and do it. CM Punk had to beg for that shit, and he got it. And it became an iconic moment. How many times did Shawn Michaels and the Clique bust up Vince for we need to do this, we need to do that, and then they were allowed to do it, and how good was it? It didn't make the lives for other wrestlers very good, and it made a lot of enemies with people, but you know what? When you believe in something so bad, you got to go hard, but you got to maintain the line still. You don't want to go full fucked up like Stone Cold Steve Austin did when he refused to work with Brock Lesnar. Stone Cold might have been right, and he was. But at the same time, once in a while you complain and you bitch and you fight and you get what you want. And some other times you're told what to do and you got to compromise and do it. All right, well, you know, they gave me that pipe bomb. I'm going to get eliminated by KANE and I'm going to wrestle KANE at WrestleMania. You know? They gave me a title. They gave me. I'm the longest running title run in the company right now. CM Punk. I hold a record for longest WWE Championship title run. You know, I'm in the record books right now. They allowed me to cut that pipe bomb, and right now they're deciding to put me whatever. They're having KANE get into a battle with me before WrestleMania and eliminate me from the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna take on KANE, and I'm gonna bitch, and I'm gonna let him know, but I'm gonna go do the job and stick around and fight and keep fighting. And if you keep fighting, eventually you'll get some wins. You know, you might get a bunch of losses. You might be upset. You might get fucked over a couple more times. But at least by fighting and chipping away and demanding and raging and letting everybody know about your passion, every once in a while, they give you the ball again. But if you don't do that, you wouldn't get the ball at all, maybe. And you know, they may think you're a pain in the ass, but fuck it, you fought hard for that, and you ended up getting something out of it. You got that fucking shit. They said the reason why they want agency to fill seats is because they're having trouble selling out this week's tapings. Well, no shit, Brian. Right, Brian? I mean, no doubt, man. They're having trouble. Hey, I'll go out there, TNA. Let's go have a fucking party. Impact Wrestling. Everybody tweet Impact Wrestling and tell them Joe Cronin will bring fucking 50 people down to Florida. DM me. All the if TNA Impact Wrestling DMs me, I will get 50 people down there for free, and we'll party. It'll be the Cronin section, and we'll fucking cheer, and we'll go crazy at Impact tapings. I will do it. I'll fly down to Florida. Let's go. Fuck it, pay us. Fuck it, that. We want $12.50. I mean, 2016 TNA was great. I bought into TNA again in 2016, and then they shot themselves in the foot. And 2017 for TNA has been atrocious. It has been absolutely terrible. She got that big old booty. Liquid is still talking about JoJo in the chat. Jesus Christ, man. Did you not already, or what's going on? Yo, what's up to Canadian Basement? Mike D wants me to cover UFC and boxing. You know what? I've been thinking long and hard about that, and I think I'm going to have to. I think I need to go full court press on UFC. I don't know about boxing right now, you know? But I could definitely do UFC. Yeah, I have to do my review on my phone, Canadian Basement, because my internet is down. Many of you... Well, my internet's not down. The internet works, but it's not capable of streaming. So I have to use 3G on my phone, 4G. Much of the U.S. is down right now. Would you do a total reboot of WWE? Anoy, what's up, man? I don't know if I would do a total reboot of WWE, but I would just change the writing. And you know what? I would change the look a little bit, but they already spent a ton of money on the looks and the changes of the stages and things like that, so I think that was the right call. But the problem was they didn't really change much of the writing. For a while, SmackDown did a really good job. SmackDown was killing it. Remember, SmackDown was doing way better than Raw, and then all of a sudden Raw did the shakeup. I think that Vince McMahon sabotaged SmackDown on purpose. SmackDown was doing well. It was beating Raw. We were all giving SmackDown better ratings every single week. You know? And then they did the shakeup, and ever since they did that, the draft, SmackDown has been not good. Raw got a little bit better, and SmackDown got worse. And that's where we're at still. I still think SmackDown tries really hard to do good with what they have, but it doesn't. It's not the same as it was a year ago. Honestly, I would. Honestly, I would end. SmackDown. I would think about ending SmackDown. Here's what I would. And I honestly, I may, if it was possible, bring back WCW. And I'm not kidding. I would say that, you know, I would say that, you know, I would have a storyline perhaps where somebody sold SmackDown, or Shane sells SmackDown, or Shane has made some sort of deal, and maybe even bring in Ric Flair or somebody else, and it's WCW. And I would have SmackDown become WCW. And I'm talking about bring back the ring, bring back the set, do whatever you can, and make it WCW. And I would then go with hardcore rebranding. I would make the I'd bring back those titles, you know, which is weird because I never liked those titles. But bring back WCW 1997, 98, that look, and it would be a nostalgia act for the old school people. It would generate buzz. I would have it be a separate fucking show. Then it would really feel separate, because SmackDown and Raw feels so connected at this point. And I love SmackDown, so you know, and I'm not 100% on that. I still don't know if I would bring back a show to the network that was a hardcore show. The only other thing you could do is bring back ECW, but then you're stuck with the hardcore thing, and it's run its course and whatever the fuck. But you could maybe do that. But honestly, none of that matters. I probably wouldn't do any of that shit. I'd probably just fix the writing. They need to fix the goddamn writing. That's the problem. The writing is terrible. The booking is bad sometimes, but a lot of times the booking, I get the booking, but it's not even the booking. It's the writing. It's the storylines, the scripts. That's the stuff that sucks. And just look at the women's divisions for that, and you can tell the stuff is just fucked up. I mean, Joe vs. Balor happened tonight. I mean, that was should be a pay-per-view event. But things are so fucked you got to do it on Raw, I guess. It was pretty good. Yeah, the openings used to be awesome. It was weird. I relate WWE now the way Halo is. If anybody is an old school Halo player from Xbox, Halo 1 had a feel to it that was like so awesome. Like it was just, when you see Halo 1, you're just like, yeah, this is Halo 1. This is awesome. You see Halo 2, you're like, yeah, this is Halo 2. Even Halo 3. But after that, all the Halos, now especially Halo 4 and 5, I couldn't even tell you the maps because everything is just jumbled and there's too much going on everywhere and it doesn't have a personality anymore. But Halo 1 and 2 and 3 had personalities. They had their own looks and their personalities and their feel to them. But after that, all the Halos just became so fucking just jumbled. And that's the way Raw feels. All the openings and beginnings, it's like, who the fuck remembers what the beginnings are anymore? But you remember the original Raw opening, you remember the next version of it, and you remember the Attitude Era, the War Zone. You remember that stuff. Maybe you even remember the one after that. But after that, man, this shit all just starts to blend together into shit. That's why I made that new intro for Out of Nowhere, where I even referenced Thorn in Your Eye. I said that, and I said we're all together or something like that, and I was trying to, like, you know, nod to that opening of WWE Raw with the explosions and shit like that. It was cheaply done by me within 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but, you know, I was just trying to get some excitement. Like, that's what I remember. And even if you didn't do that, you know, have some sort of excitement. It doesn't feel exciting. It feels generic. It feels like it's made for, like, the California surfer kids or something, and I don't understand how that relates to wrestling. Sting could run WCW. That's true. Sting could become the WCW guy. Feels like it's made for robots. Yeah, the whole thing, it just feels so robotic. The way I would describe Raw nowadays is robotic and cookie cutter. Even the original Raw still felt more exciting than this, you know? But it is more like that original Raw time. But even back then, like, maybe it's because I was a kid, you know? But it wasn't that bad then. And Raw is not Raw. You're right. Mezzy Mez says Raw is not Raw. That's true. It's not Raw anymore. It never really was in the beginning, though, right? I mean, like, come on. 1-2-3 Kid versus Razor Ramon for money. I mean, was that really Raw? You know, it really wasn't that Raw back then either. But remember, back then, the crowd started booing the show. And people were chanting ECW in the crowd. So, you know, back then, watch the original first couple of years of Raw, and I mean, you know, the crowd wanted it to be Raw, and it kind of felt Raw-ish, but it wasn't anywhere near what it would become, and it's not even near what they do now, to be honest. But the thing was, I mean, maybe it's nostalgia that makes me think that that was better than this, but it wasn't that much different. Now we got 3 hours of just lame. Jasmine singing that thing at work. That's so funny, man. Joe ain't been a kid since 1975. Old ads? What? I was born in 1984, though. Maybe I'm confused. Raw was war, now it's dog shit. DC machine. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Thanks for the donation, dude. Crimson. Thanks for the donation. I saw it pop up too, by the way. Yeah, if you want to donate, the super chat below works, or you can donate the old school way. It just won't pop up as an alert, so I'll be reading it to you, if you want to. I suggest the super chat probably, because then it will pop up here. At least people see it. Yeah, WWE 2K18. Not very good. Nothing special. It's fun to play the game and commentate it and do shows, but for as far as playing it to have fun, I can't do it anymore. DC was born in 83. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, you're a year older than me then. Trexter sings the $9 donation at work. I would love to start my own promotion. We need some more money for that, though. Jammer Entertainment. Thanks, man. If you guys, I'll tell you what, you guys help me fund it, I'll do it. I know a guy with the ring. I got the ring. I'll book a show. I'll start a promotion, or and we'll do it. I'll start a TV show with wrestlers, and I'm not kidding. I will do that. You want to fund that? We'll do it. We're probably going to need at least $5,000 to $6,000 a month, though. So, that's up to you guys. I tried to do a Kickstarter. That didn't work. It did get back to with like $1,000 or something. That was it. What would we need? We would need 15 times 300 is... Yeah, we would need at least $15 a month from 300 of you. If I was able to get... No, a little bit more than that would probably be 20... let's say $15 from 500 of you. So if 500 of you gave $15 a month, I could do it. Because that'd be $7,500 a month. I could pay wrestlers, book the ring, book the matches, all that other shit. Oh, the Perfect 10. He is the Perfect 10.
To help out with that cell phone bill after tonight's stream, bro. Respect for going live regardless.
Hey, I appreciate that. Who was that donated? Canadian Basement, man. Thank you so much for the $10. Thanks for supporting me. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. I'm not joking about it, though. I would do it. You know, I mean, I'll create a site if you want to try to fund it. I just don't know. I don't know if anybody would do it. Canadian Basement, thanks again for the $10, dude. I really appreciate that. Thanks to everybody who funds this show and makes this possible for me to do this. I would do it. I'm not even kidding. I'd get a hold of Corgan. You know, right? Maybe I should get a hold of Corgan. But I would love to do it, man. Oh, god damn it. I would work to put the best show on possible every single week. It'd be nuts. I would say that we'd probably go live once a month, and we'd have a week-to-week show, and we put it together so that it was exciting and that it moved kind of like a Raw in a way. And yeah, I don't think a lot of people are really doing a show like I would do if I were to create a promotion. The only thing I could think is that if you guys were to support it, we could shoot a pilot episode where I showed you exactly what it was going to be like. And I would get local guys, bring in some stars, and you know, we try to do something. Fuck, I might do it. Nobody does it like that. I think it's fun. I think Grimm is cool. You know, he does his backyard sort of thing in the wrestling ring. It's real, but it's backyardish still to me, a little bit. You know, it's more funny, live, funny and fun. But I would want to do something very real, like very legitimate. And I think it would cost about, I want to say about $10,000 to do what I want to do for a pilot episode, to shoot a pilot episode. And then less after that. Maybe it could happen. I don't know. But I know that it would take at least 500 of you guys. It would take 500 of you. And there's about there was 400 of you watching now. So all 400 of the people watching this right now were to drop 20 bucks or 15 bucks. You know, if some people are younger, your kids. I mean, you'd have to get your parents' fucking permission and stuff. If everybody got everybody's stuff set up and everybody dropped 20 bucks times, let's say 500 people, that's $10,000. That would do it right there. Perhaps I could start a funder thing. I don't know. But, you know, when you get the pilot episode, it would be, I would do something where it was like, man, people want to see next week. They want to see what happens next. And I would be totally game to do that. And I would love to do that. Absolutely. I will work on drawing that up to make it clear to everybody. Perhaps I'd even make a spot for it on Patreon where you could become a patron. And if you were a $15 patron a month, that's where you would see the show. Maybe, but that would be tougher. It'd be easier to start a GoFundMe sort of thing, I think, for it. And I might do that. Because I'll do it. I already know the promoters with the rings. I could get a deal on the rings to shoot it. I could pay the wrestlers. Some of them would do it for not a lot. Some of them, you know, we could probably do it for less. I could probably do it for less. I'll ask around for how much people would be to book stuff, and I'll do it. We'll see if we can film something. Call fucking Famous B would come up for sure. Billy Corgan would be the go-to. Doesn't he own NWA? Yeah, he does own NWA. That is going to be something. He has a plan coming up for the next few years, he says. I would love to work with Billy Corgan, too. I mean, you guys are a great voice. I've had you guys actually tweet people before, and people have found out about me, and people have come to work with me because of you guys tweeting them. So, you know, if you guys want to inundate people with tweets and emails and stuff like that, you guys' voice could get me working with people. I mean, it happens. I've worked with people before who said, I never heard of you, and somebody kept sending me your shit, and I finally watched it, and, like, this happened and that happened. So, what you guys do, you guys have a lot of power on Twitter. And if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at RealJoeCronin. ADTR210 with a super chat says, I hope AJ Styles wins the WWE title tomorrow night. Me too. It doesn't seem likely, but it's possible. James Brown, I have a degree in production. Could I intern for me? Yeah, you could definitely intern for me. That's what I Everything I went to school for was production, digital media, production, and TV and radio and shit like that. What are you playing?
I want to check something.
Check my ass.
People
D Moon is already saying $1,000 for me. Just say the word. So D Moon's ready to back it.
Back what?
Thank you ADTR for that donation too, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'd have to make it separate because all these donations go to me personally. You know, my family. I buy diapers with these donations, but I buy microphones too. I buy mixers. Everything that's donated to me on these shows. Speaking of donating, we're gonna be doing Jake DeMarco's Half-Life charity fund this Saturday. All the money you donate to that will go directly to the kids, directly to that charity. So, you know, be there for that. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, and basically what I would do too is, you know, if anybody donates if I was to create a promotion and do some sort of week-to-week show or bi-weekly show, anybody that donated to it, we'd obviously want to put your name in the credits and stuff like that. I'd figure out how to get everybody that did $15 credits on the website. But if you did like more than $50, you know, you get a credit at the end of the show, shit like that. You know what I mean? I would go all out. You know, again. You know, we've got the cameras for it because the promoter I know has cameras that would be fine for it. He has good cameras. I might get one other new camera that's going to shoot in a really good HD for like for the wide cam because I want the wide cam to have as good a quality picture as possible because you can be closer with the camera and get better shots. But for a wide cam, you know, stuff starts to get grainy if you don't have the best camera. I would edit the whole thing myself probably because I'd be the director and editor and the person involved with the storytelling and the creative. But I would bring in a couple minds too. I'd bring in a couple people that knew what they're doing. And yeah, and I'd probably do the commentary too. I don't know who I'd bring in for the commentary. That would be we'd have to answer all those questions later. Disney's trying to buy 20th Century Fox, says Liquid. Wow, what the fuck? Is that real? Jesus. What's up to Jake DeMarco? Ask JD. What's up, D-Mood? Yeah, I might, actually, to be honest. I would ask him about creative. I would have JD in creative.
Why? He'd never show up.
Leah goes, he'll never show up. Because... Yeah, I would do that because we don't always agree, but I think sometimes he can make you aware of things that you might not have thought of sometimes. I'm like Vince McMahon. I'll hire if I think somebody's good for what they do. I'll hire them, even if I don't agree, if I fucking hate them or something. Disney wants the theatrical old school Star Wars and X-Men rights. Wow, that makes sense though, doesn't it? Wow, shit. I should do a 24-hour stream one time, yeah, and then die live on the stream. But no, I would do it. I would do that. I almost did one like that before. I think I did a 12-hour stream once. You know, with 3 kids and stuff like that, it's just not fucking feasible. Nate from VA, what's up, Nate? I love you, man. Shout out to Nate.
If you give me a bunch of money and let me take the kids out, you could do that.
Okay, I'll give Leah $300 and I'll do it. Then I'd have to make the money back on the stream and the donations. Can I sleep on the camera? If I fall asleep, can I just leave the camera on me while I sleep? I'd do that. Joe, what's going on with you and TNA? Nothing's going on with me and TNA. I just said they're paying people to come out there to sit in the crowd is all. I made a joke. They didn't hire me or anything. If they were gonna if TNA was gonna hire me, they would have done it when Dixie Carter was there. If you guys remember, Dixie Carter was DMing me all the time. Dixie Carter was tweeting out that she liked my voice. Dixie Carter was tweeting out that I was talented. Like, Dixie Carter was tweeting all this shit out, but it was right at the end as she was leaving there and shit. So, and I have all the pictures, but that might have just been her sucking up to get me to, you know, talk well about the company. I've noticed that goes on a lot in wrestling. They want to kind of get on your good side and... They want you to say good things about them. You are my most tagged guy on Twitter, Gorilla says. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, I still have all the everything Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter was so nice. One night I wrote on Twitter that I was having a bad night and I was like, you know, just I'll never get a fucking house and everything sucks and what the fuck or something like that. Dixie Carter DM'd me and was like, "Hey Joe, are you okay? What's wrong?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Oh no, just the stuff I've been trying to get a house for years and stuff." And she was like, "You know, you'll get there. You know, I know you'll get there and all these things." And I was like, "What the fuck, Dixie Carter? Like, why did she, like, how randomly nice was it for Dixie Carter?" I think it was right before. I think about a month later, Dixie Carter was on WWE for that Kurt Angle thing. Remember that? But yeah, it was just like, wow, like Dixie Carter. I'll just never forget that. It was like really nice of her to just be like, oh, and I didn't tweet her in anything. I just tweeted that out randomly. And then Dixie Carter just DM'd me like, yo, hope you're okay. Like, what the fuck? And she always tweeted nice things. Oh, she's just nice. Dixie Carter was cool. I love Dixie Carter. Too bad she didn't hire me, though. Wouldn't have been able to pay me, probably, either. But I would have done it for goddamn free. I don't think she wants that. I mean, no. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to go to Mania next year, D-Moon. But I know that we're going to do a show in New York. And I want to just put everybody on alert that we are going to do something in New York. So, get ready to fly out to New York. Get ready, if you're there, to be there. And we'll hope for at least 40 to more people to show up, hopefully. At least 40 people would be nice. You know, we'll probably sell tickets online to it or something. We'll book an area. We'll book some kind of bar. We'll like buy the whole bar that night. We'll have a big show. We'll do monetize this live from someplace or some shit like that. Who said maybe? What the fuck are you talking about? Me versus Blitzmania. Fuck him. D Moon, man, I can't believe that you would fund the thing for $1,000, dude. You're crazy. I don't know, man. Moon, you're a fucking crazy bastard. I love you, dude. You're wild. It blows my mind that somebody would even volunteer to do that. But there you go, guys. If 500 people drop 15 to 20 bucks and D Moon threw 1,000 and more people threw whatever they threw, we would definitely shoot this. I'm going to do my best to actually price it out and tell you guys how much it would be to shoot a pilot. And I will keep it as low as possible. You know, I'm talking, if I can keep it to $900, I'll get it to $900. I'll find out how much it would be. I'll get a couple local guys that I know that would do it for their prices. And with the promise of if we do more, they'll get a lot more. And maybe we can get some favors to be done there. Get a couple other guys. Get the ring. I got a stage. I do have a stage to do it. I got lighting equipment that would take care of that. The only issue will be the crowd. That would be the issue, is making sure to get a crowd booked. A loud crowd and creating an atmosphere that's real. That is the thing that we would need to do. And, you know, that would be the most challenging thing, I think. And it would be a week-to-week show, possibly, that would be on YouTube. And then, of course, we would do the pay-per-views. And maybe it would all be on Patreon, too. Maybe it would all be a promotion that's only on Patreon, too. I don't know. And maybe the week-to-week show would be free on YouTube, and the pay-per-views would be Patreon only. But I will come up with ideas for you. And I would have people helping me with the booking, because I'm not the greatest booker. I'm not really good. I'm an idea guy. I'm a guy that's good at saying, like, hey, what about this? And then somebody else fine-tunes it. Or, You know, maybe I hear some ideas and then I fine tune it. Those are the ways that I work. But I would definitely put myself in commentary, and I would do all that stuff, and then I would handle the editing and all the other bullshit. And it would be a lot of work, but fuck it, and it would be a lot of fun. And I would really work on trying to make it the best thing like that we could do. And fucking, I'm pumped up. Yeah, Joe Cronin versus Grimm's Toy Show for logo rights. Yeah, we found out that, you know, Grimm's people always come after me and say, Joe Cronin, you fucking ripped off his logo. But I had the logo first, which is proven by, if you go back and watch my videos from 2013 and 2014, Grimm didn't have GTS then. Pavey415, man, thank you for the 50 cents. And thanks for the Twitch alert. Pavey. But yeah, so I mean, but basically Isaac Rojas was designing logos for a lot of people, and he gave Grimm the GTS one, but he used the same font and the same sort of situation as the JCS one, and it's fucking retarded that we both have sort of the same thing. And since Grimm is the bigger channel and is more well known, I'm the one who's fucked, because I'm the one who appears to be copying, even though it's original from me. But that's the way things usually go with me. So, and I'm not kidding, folks. I will try to book Ryback. I promise you 100% that if we get funded $10,000 or if we get funded $8,000 or whatever the fuck, I swear to fuck, I will pay Ryback $3,000 to kick my ass. All right? We'll play all the clips of me making fun of him. We'll play all the clips of me meeting him and him talking shit to me and me talking shit to him. And I will step in the ring with Ryback, okay? I will offer him the money, and if you pay him, I guarantee he will come. I know he'll come. Probably come because he'll be in the ring with me and he'll have a heart on. But no, I'll step back into the ring for the first time, and I will face Ryback in real life, in the middle of the ring. I will face that roided out fucking no-neck prick in the middle of the ring. I will face that bald-headed WWE failure in the middle of my first fucking event. In the middle of that promotion. In the middle of that pilot episode. I will face Ryback. And I swear to God, I will make that happen. And I'm not kidding. And if it didn't happen, it'll only be because he pussed out. Ryback will come. That's funny. Rent a gym. I don't need to rent a gym for it. I already know a promoter with a gym. I know a promoter with a gym. I know a promoter with a ECW like arena where we could have it. And that's, you know what? I could get this done. Because I know the promoter, I know the building, and I have the ring already. To get the cameramen, the ring, the promoter, the building, everything, I could have all that for $1,500. I could get that. To book to book local talent and then some names, you know, then you're looking at another $2,000-$3,000 and $4,000, $5,000 if you're talking about Ryback. You sell tickets to it for real cheap to make sure it's packed. Advertise it everywhere. You know, you might make a little bit back. Not a lot, though. I would say that place's capacity is about, we'll say like 160 people. And about 160 people times $10 a ticket, $1,600. So you could pay for I could pay for the rings, the cameras, and the whole, all that shit would be paid for there. But all the talent would then have to be paid. So then you're looking at another, you know, whatever it is. So it's possible. I mean, we could cheap out and not get Ryback. Ryback would be a lot of money. Yeah, we can live stream it on Patreon as well. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of possibilities with that. I know it seems ridiculous we're sitting here talking about this, but we would do it. Ryback would want about probably $3,000 to $4,000. Is probably his price. Actually, I know what his price is. I won't say it, but I actually know what his actual price is. But yeah, somewhere in between $2,500 to $5,000 is Ryback. It's in there somewhere. All right, guys. Well, let's get out of here. I gotta go to bed. Well, I'm not gonna go to bed. I gotta do a bunch of work. I gotta do my Patreon episodes and some of my other shit. I should really beat the shit out of JD. I think Life has already done that. I don't need to do that. He's already made himself look like a fucking fool. I don't need to do that.